So we have a lot of listings to talk about here on the Transformer Slag podcast. A lot of really interesting stuff that are going to be coming out in 2024. Some stuff that we've just recently talked about and we're already going to be discussing their repaints. A lot of great stuff here across all the different platforms, whether it be store exclusives or online exclusives or just general retail to begin with. We're going to make sense of it here like we always do. And we're going to jump right into it. These come courtesy of JT Prime 17. Once again, some retail computer archive listings and a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to break it down and tell you what these are and what it really is. And the first thing we're going to go with is that fan channel item. We have a Transformers Generation Selects item, a Hasbro Pulse web exclusive item, and it's a deluxe Generation Selects 3-pack of Treads, Pathfinder, and Smallfoot. So it looks like they're going to be completing our e-hobby Gobots from back in the day, using mini bot molds and turning them into those Gobot characters that we got. And they've done a few in the past, and now we're slowly completing that little set of the original 6. We got Bug Bite before. We had the Road Ranger in the 2-pack, and now we have Treads, Pathfinder, and Smallfoot. Treads obviously is going to be using that Warpath mold that we got in 2020 from War for Cybertron Kingdom. Hopefully it doesn't suffer from the yellowing that the old one did, that photosensitivity. They're going to do it in green. The Pathfinder is great news because that's going to be using that Velocitron Speedia 500 Cosmos mold. I wonder what they're going to do with that flag. Are they going to probably, maybe put a little Gobots logo on that flag or something? That'd be pretty cool. But that's great because it frees up that Cosmos mold. It's no longer a Walmart exclusive. This could be used with Hasbro through Gen Selects or anything beyond that. So stay tuned in the future. Maybe we'll get a different tinge of green and people will still be able to get a chance to get that Cosmos and not have to break the bank. And Smallfoot? I mean, we just recently talked about Legacy United Gears and how that's going to probably be a repaint in the future. And I guess it's going to be probably the first repaint we're going to see of that Gears mold. And of course, Smallfoot, a nice little female Gobot character. That's fantastic. Looking really forward to this. I wonder if they're going to, complete this as much as they can, because all that's really missing at this point now is Bad Boy from that original set, who was a Power Glide mold. We don't have a new Power Glide Deluxe yet, but when we do, I'm pretty sure they'll do Bad Boy from it. And then if they want to dive into the obscure, like the really obscure of the Gobots e-hobby lore, you could go into the fun publications, fiction-only stuff of like Buggy Man and Manowar and Rescue. Like there's a lot they could dive into there. So very interesting. Probably, of all the stuff we're going to talk about today, probably the one I'm the most excited about just because there's so much cool stuff there. I love me some Gobots, so any more Gobot stuff, even if they're just repaints straight up, I'm excited. Let's go into a Target exclusive. We got here a Tra BB, so it would have been a buzzworthy Bumblebee, but now we know that it's just going to be a Target exclusive, but a Tra BB Gen Studio Series 2-pack Voyager 86 Ratchet and Deluxe 86 Brawn Battle Damage. So this is the next in our Death 2-pack, much like we got that buzzworthy Bumblebee Prowl and Ironhide that got a Death 2-pack from the 86 movie using their molds. Now we're going to be getting one of Ratchet and Brawn to complete the 4 that passed away in the shuttle. And so it's probably obviously going to be Voyager Class Studio Series 86 Ratchet, and it's going to be the Studio Series 86 Brawn with, chest hole probably in Ratchet and blown up shoulder for Brawn. I mean, if you didn't get those molds already, the Brawn mold is spectacular. The Ratchet I haven't messed with, but the Ironhide's pretty good, so I can only imagine that it's in that same boat. But another opportunity to pick up those molds, recreate that iconic scene of death. I love it. It's great. And they'll probably give another piece of the back of the shuttle in that little box set, so that's pretty hype. We got, this one's an interesting one, a Tra Optimus Prime and Autobot Bullseye. We talked about this before, but now we have more information on it. And it's going to be a Target, as in the store, themed Transformer item. This isn't the first time we've had a Target-themed Transformer item. That goes to Leadfoot and, everything that he was doing during Dark of the Moon with the movie stuff. And it's not even the first Target-themed Transformer item that comes with a dog, because what's going on here is the Optimus Prime and this Autobot Bullseye. It's going to be the Earthrise Optimus Prime trailer with the laser Optimus Prime cab. So it's going to have like a Target delivery truck kind of thing going on. and it's going to be all Target themed and everything. And then the Bullseye, the Autobot Bullseye, is going to be a repaint of what is listed here as a Micromaster Ravage. So I don't know if it's going to be the Siege one or the Netflix one, but they're going to take that Ravage and they're going to give it the Bullseye color treatment, which was the white bull terrier mascot of Target with the bullseye on his eye. So I'm interested how they're going to pull that off, but that's pretty cool. Again, Dark of the Moon, Human Alliance, Leadfoot had Target exclusive stuff all over him, and he came with Steeljaw the dog, so it's not the first time this has happened, but it's definitely the most interesting. I'm actually interested in just for the Bullseye, just to have like some, retail marketing into Transformer stuff. That's pretty cool. I dig that. So that's pretty awesome. That's going to, again, be a Target exclusive, rightfully so. We got some Walmart exclusive stuff, mostly the retro stuff here. So we got some updates on the Transformer retro reissues. We're going to have a retro reissue Optimus Prime with trailer. This is different from the previous retro reissue we got where it was just the front cab of Optimus Prime, a 100% reissue of the original toy with the yellow eyes and the original Generation 1 colors. If it's going to be how the retro reissues are right now, probably going to lean on super show accuracy, maybe doing something similar to what we already got with the Transformers Japanese stuff that we've seen with Missing Link. Obviously not with the crazy articulation that Missing Link is doing, but doing at least a super show accurate color scheme with the trailer, with the robot mode, and a very sexy closed box. And then the second one that they got here is the Retro Bombshell with Ramhorn. This is interesting because the past Insecticons that we got with Kickback and Shrapnel, they came just on their own, maybe with an Energon Cube. That's about it. This one's going to come with one of Blaster's cassettes, and because we've recently just gotten a 40th anniversary retro reissue Blaster that's extremely screen accurate. Maybe it's just to give a little extra something to put with that Blaster that's also on the shelves right now. So, hey, that's pretty cool. I mean, it could have just been Bombshell and just an Energon Cube again. But the fact that they're including a little something extra, hopefully it doesn't increase the price too much from the original MSRP. But we will see. So that's pretty hype. And the last thing we're going to cover is the rumored Walmart future capsule subline of the Star Seeker. So we have here the Deluxe Road Pig. We've talked about this before, but now we have a little more information on it, that it's going to be a retool of the Crash Bar mold from our Junkions. So that's pretty good. Again, we knew this was coming. The second we had the Velocitron Road Rocket, it's only a matter of time until Road Pig was going to come around. Just how were they going to do that? Was it going to be a brand new mold or a retool? It's now confirmed retool from Crash Bar. And we're going to get ourselves Road Pig to complete our Laser Cycle retail collection. As for our Laser Cycle non-retail collection, does that mean afterwards we'll get a repaint into this for a Toxitron collection, Laser Cycle Soundwave? Maybe even go even a little more deep and we'll get into like Robot Masters Double Face Sideways? That'd be pretty cool. Always make use of those molds and, people will buy it. Let's get into Amazon exclusives. We have that Mayhem Collection we were talking about. Now we have some more information on it. Again, the rumored Amazon exclusives, which is pretty much confirmed at this point. So the Mayhem Attack Squad capsule is going to consist of 3 multi-packs across 7 different figures. So probably two sets that'll have 2 figures, and 1 set that'll have 3 figures, and that third figure will probably be a microbot or a mini bot or something. But we know one of the 2 packs, and it's going to be a Bludgeon, and a Voyager class Bludgeon, and a Deluxe class Ruckus. Probably the recent Legacy Evolution Bludgeon that we just got. That one was labeled as Comic Universe colors. Maybe this one's going to be something that's more toy accurate colors, getting rid of those greens that the current one has, because those greens are kind of siphoned from the tank inner robot, not so much the Pretender shell. So maybe the colors of this one will be very Pretender shell accurate. Who knows how they'll go about it, but if they're doing something, it's Mayhem Attack Squad, and Bludgeon has always been associated with the Pretender shell with that kind of stuff. Maybe lean more on Pretender shell colors hard on that one. And then the Deluxe Ruckus, I don't really know what that could be in terms of repaints. I worked actually on the very last Ruckus toy that came out. I even wrote the bio on that. That was a repaint of the Stunticon Off-Road, which was that unique character for the Combiner Wars molds. And then that was then repainted 9 different times across a whole bunch of different stuff. What this could be, I don't know. It's a deluxe class, maybe a very intelligently repainted Beachcomber from Evolution. You tell me, because I have a lot of guesses, but I don't know if any of them would be right. And the last one we got here for general retail, a Transformers Legacy United Leader Soundwave. We talked about this before, but now we have information on what it is. And it says here, this is the claim, that it's an Earthrise Soundwave tooling. Now, the question I have is, when they say Earthrise Soundwave tooling, do they mean the Netflix one that had that unique tooling that was, again, the alt mode of what we expected, not the Siege one? Is it a brand new tooling? Is it a straight up repaint? You know, if it's a straight up repaint of the Netflix one, will they be, changing anything to it? Because that one already was pretty show accurate, the Netflix one. So are they going to go with toy accurate colors since it's a Voyager class price point, but this is listed as a leader price point for the box? Does that mean that they're going to top end it with cassettes to kind of close the gap on the pricing? There's a lot of questions here. Is Hasbro just putting this out to put an end to that mold before they go on to something better later on, to make something that scales more with that Kingdom Legacy Voyager blaster for a future Studio Series 86 Soundwave? I mean, Takara did kind of the same thing with the Power of the Prime Dinobots. They milked it as much as they could before we then got all of those Studio Series 86 leaders. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're one last shot for this Soundwave mold before they put it out there, and then they make a brand new one with Studio Series 86. A lot of questions, not a lot of answers, but I am quite curious how they go about it with all of that. But that's it, more or less. A lot of really cool stuff here. A lot of exciting stuff. Again, those Gobots really pique my interest more than anything. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. A lot of cool stuff. 2024 is shaping up great for the 40th anniversary of Transformers. And we have a lot of great stuff coming. So stay tuned for this on the Transformer Slag podcast. Tomorrow is the Saturday night Transformer Slag podcast live stream. Be sure to tune in for that. 8 o'clock Eastern Time, PM in the evening. We'll hang out, talk Transformers, update on the news, and take some super chats from the fans. Thank you for listening to the Transformer Slag podcast, and I'll see you tomorrow.